Welcome to Tableau's product suite. My name is Tim Lenz with the Channel Readiness team, and in this video I will give you a quick overview of the different products that we have here at Tableau. Luckily, we don't have a list of hundreds of products to cover. Instead, just a handful of products. So what are these products? We have Tableau Desktop, which I think most of us are familiar with. Then we have Tableau Reader, Tableau Public, Tableau Server, and Tableau Online. Let's start with Tableau Desktop. Tableau Desktop is truly fast data analytics for everyone. You can connect to your data and perform queries without writing a single line of code. It's easy to learn, easy to use, and 10 to 100 times faster than existing solutions. Its visual analytics is built on our breakthrough VisQL technology, visual query language technology, that translates drag and drop interactions into optimized database queries. First of all, Tableau Desktop can connect to your data wherever it lives. If it's a spreadsheet or a flat file, or a relational data source, or a cube, multidimensional data source, or even nowadays, databases in the cloud. And Tableau gives you the option to either connect directly to your data for live, up-to-date data analysis that leverages the power of your data warehouse. Or alternatively, if we're dealing with some slower databases, then we can also extract the data into Tableau's fast data engine and take advantage of our in-memory architecture. Or do both. Because data nowadays lives in a lot of different places, and maybe for your analysis you need to access 2, 3, or even 10 different data sources. And then you can blend them all within Tableau. I want to point out that we actually have two versions of Tableau Desktop, Personal Edition and a Professional Edition. And as you can see, there's two main differences. The first one is around data connections. Tableau Desktop Personal can connect to file-based data sources and Tableau data extracts, while Tableau Desktop Professional can connect to all those, plus relational databases, OLAP cubes, cloud-based databases, etc. The second part is how you want to share those insights. If you want to publish up your content to a scalable, automated, and secure environment like Tableau Server or Tableau Online, you will need Tableau Desktop Professional. So that is Tableau Desktop. It allows you to connect to your data and do analysis at the speed of thought. So this is basically your creation mechanism, where you create your analysis, you create your dashboards. Now, how do we share these insights with other people in the organization? There's obviously the basic ways that you can do that with exporting an image or exporting a PDF file, etc. But if we want to make this a little bit more interactive for the end user to explore that data, these are the four products that we have. Both Tableau Reader and Tableau Public are free products, but they're very different products with different use cases. So let's start with Tableau Reader. And basically with Tableau Reader, you can open Tableau files that someone else created in Tableau Desktop. So how does that work exactly? So Tableau Reader, you can really think about it as an interactive PDF. Just like Acrobat Reader, you cannot really create a new PDF, but you can open a PDF that someone has created for you. So a very similar thing with Tableau Reader. Someone creates a packaged workbook for you with all kinds of interactivity, and you can then open that workbook in Tableau Reader. And all the interactivity that has been set up will now be available for the end user in Tableau Reader as well. I think I already mentioned it's a free product, which means it's a great way to spread the word of Tableau within a team or even within an organization. As an end user, you just download Tableau Reader from our website and you can install it locally on your Mac or your PC. That also means though that it's not mobile. Some other things to be aware of is first of all, you can't have live data. You have to use an extract and package that up in your TWBX, your packaged workbook. So since you have static data and there's no live refresh, what that means is that if you need an update, you have to create a new packaged workbook and send that out to that person again. Also, there are no authoring capabilities, so if the end user in Tableau Reader has additional questions, he or she won't be able to do that additional analysis in Tableau Reader. And then finally, no support and no security. In fact, if security is a big deal, which it probably is for most organizations, we have a few other products that will be better fits. So we see Tableau Reader mostly used within smaller groups or just with individuals when you want to share some data with each other. And mostly as a replacement of any static files that you have, like a static PDF being sent out. Instead, you can send out a packaged workbook so that the end user will have an interactive way to explore the data. There are a few things to be careful about though. Since the data is static, every time that you need an update, that means that a new packaged workbook has to be created and sent to you. So before you know it, you're going to have a lot of email chains, especially if this goes out to a lot of different people in the organization. And before you know it, you have multiple versions of the truth. Someone might be opening a packaged workbook from today, while another person is looking at the same workbook from last week. As you can see, Tableau Reader is a simple way to share analytic insights, but not necessarily the most secure or the most automated way to set that up in an organization. So how about Tableau Public? Tableau Public is for those that want to share their data stories with the world. It's a free service that's hosted by Tableau, and all you really need to do to share your data with the world is you create a packaged workbook and then you publish that up to Tableau Public. And it's cloud-based, so end users, they don't really need any install. They just can access these views through a browser or even a mobile device. And Tableau Public has been a giant success. It's probably one of the best marketing tools that we have here at the company. It is a big community of more than 60,000 users. People in business, academia, government, journalism. And every week about 5,000 dashboards are being published to Tableau Public. As you can see, it's a great way to share interactive data stories on the web, but probably not the best to share visual analytics dashboards within a company. There are a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is that there's no automation, or there are no live data connections, which means that you have to work with extracts or static data. Also no authoring, so if you as an end user on Tableau Public have additional follow-up questions, there's no way to really get there. You don't have that web authoring option. And then the last part, which is probably the most important one, is that you don't want to use Tableau Public to publish up your sensitive company data, because you cannot control who's going to see it or not. Because once you publish it up to Tableau Public, you're basically sharing it with the world. So we covered the two products on the left. Free products, great tools that have their use cases, but obviously from what we saw so far, they're not enterprise solutions. So let's have a closer look at the ones on the right. First of all, Tableau Server. Tableau Server is the future of enterprise business intelligence. It's very easy to set up and even easier to run or administer. In fact, we let you download the trial from our website, so you can easily try it out for yourself. So how does it work? Tableau Server is an on-premise software that you install somewhere locally in your organization on a server machine. For end users, there's a zero footprint. End users just access Tableau Server via browser or a mobile device. In fact, all the dashboards are automatically optimized for mobile tablets without any programming. And viewers can then look at them in their mobile web browsers or using our native iPad and Android tablet apps. Another difference with the previous products is that Tableau Server does support live data connections, or alternatively, if you're using extracts to improve the performance of your databases, you can put those extracts on an automatic update schedule at set intervals, at increment levels, etc. The next topic is important for any organization, any enterprise, and that's security. Tableau Server gives you security permissions at any level you need. Multi-tenancy provides sites to separate both users and content, and then individual permissions can be set for projects, dashboards, or even users. You can even ensure that your data is secure with data connection permissions and row-level filtering, so that different people looking at the same dashboards still see different things. The next topic is data governance. A lot of folks see Tableau Server mainly as a way to share insights and dashboards within the organization, but It's also a data governance platform. It's an easy way to provide responsible access to your data. You can publish up shared data connections from Tableau Desktop, and you can define data sources, you can add metadata, create new calculations, data fields for everyone to use, and then you can do it all securely with permission settings where you can manage who has access to which data connections. End users also get extra capabilities in Tableau Server. Not only can you view and interact with dashboards in a web browser or on a mobile device, you can also comment on dashboards to share your findings, or even better, you can save a view and share that with other people in the organization. Additionally, we have web and mobile authoring. So let's say that you're at your desk or you're in a meeting and all of a sudden you get a question that is not necessarily answered by one of the dashboards that's already published. You can go in web authoring mode where you can filter the data, you can drill down, you can add new data fields to the view, or you can create new views from scratch. The last thing that I want to add here for Tableau Server is that it's very scalable. Whether you're building a platform for a small team or for an entire organization, Tableau Server is ready to grow with you. It scales with both the hardware and memory, and it comes with many features that ensure it's a reliable backbone of your enterprise. So we actually use it ourselves to run two of the largest data platforms in the world. One of them is Tableau Public, which we just discussed, and the other one is Tableau Online, which we're going to talk about in just a second. And scalability is definitely one of the reasons why IT teams love Tableau so much. Among others are the fact that it's so easy to install and then run and administer afterwards. Also the multi-tier security, where it can enforce user authentication, but also all the way down to the row-level security of your databases. Or if you don't have any data security at all, Tableau can give you user and workbook level security as well. And one of the most important reasons is probably the fact that IT does not have to be involved in the report writing business anymore. With Tableau, business users can now answer their own questions, build their own dashboards, share insights via Tableau Server, while IT can focus on their priorities like security, data governance, etc. So that's Tableau Server, sharing, collaborating within any organization or enterprise. So now let's talk about Tableau Online. Tableau Online is going to look very similar as Tableau Server. In fact, it is the same product. Tableau Online is a hosted SaaS version of Tableau Server. A lot of what you see on this slide is actually the same as what you see for Tableau Server, because remember, it's the same product. The only difference is that with Tableau Online you can skip the hardware, you can skip the setup time, because that's already done by Tableau in the cloud. There are a few small differences. One of them is around data connections. With Tableau Online we don't support live data connections to on-premise databases. However, we support live data connections to the cloud-based ones like Google BigQuery, Amazon Redshift. For the ones that you have on-premise, you can actually extract those and then put those on an extract update schedule. The other difference is around user authentication and the fact that with Tableau Online you cannot utilize Active Directory. And except for that, it's the same as Tableau Server. So now we covered Tableau Online and we covered Tableau Server as well. Please note that at this moment I haven't really talked about pricing or licensing yet. We will cover the pricing at a later stage. But just to give you a quick overview of the licensing models that we have. First of all, Tableau Reader, Tableau Public were free products. Tableau Desktop, we have a perpetual named user license for that. So you buy the software and you own it. The same model works for Tableau Server. It's a perpetual license. For Tableau Online, on the other hand, that's a subscription, like most SaaS services are nowadays. And that being said, I hope this was a useful overview of our product suite. We will provide you with some additional supporting documentation on the Partner Resource Center. And thanks for listening in.